Welcome everybody to another match here at Jack of All Trivia in the Geekdom Division. I'm your host and Commissioner Devonta King. Today we have a great, great match between two great friends. We have Will Cohen at 3-2 taking on Robert Castner at 7-4. Both guys have been really great in the league. Had great matches. Had win streaks. Had a couple of losing streaks for both guys. Both great competitors. But enough from me. We'll hear from the competitors first. From Will, 3-2.
Okay, so here's why I think this match is happening. So recently, Kaiser Wong beat me, and Kaiser Wong and Robert Castner are friends. And so Kaiser Wong was telling Castner, hey, you know what's great? Beating Will. It is very sexually gratifying. And so Castner, messaged Devontae going, hey, I need a quick win. And I heard that beating Will is really great. Here, what if I bribed you and and you set this match up? And so he bribed him with the only thing he has left because he's a father, he's broke, so he has a bunch of expired Whataburger coupons. Send to Devontae, and now we're here. Do I think I'm gonna end my losing streak? No, but let's have some fun anyways.
My favorite part about that whole thing was that Will believes that my sexual gratification is tied to this and to him. And I never have told him that. So I love his assumptions on that. That's the best part of the whole thing. Also, expired Chick-fil-A is slightly off skew from what we were talking about. No, this will be things just happen in the air. The universe brings people together and tears them apart. The universe likes to bring Will and I together. He thinks that means that he's brought to me so that I can punish him for something. I don't know. That's not true. I've lost Will enough that this is just an ongoing sea of matches that we have. Boats rise, boats fall. That happens. There are songs about that. We're just living in the moment now. All of those platitudes aside, I'm looking forward to playing Will. He's a buddy. He's a good friend. Help me in time of need. I really appreciate it. He invited me to his birthday party. It's great. Well, let's just have fun, buddy. Look at me in the comfort of this room. Much different than usual. So we're all casual here tonight. Let's do it.
All right. Great promos. And as the side note, I do take bribes, but I'll just take the stuff and not give you what you asked for. So that's a side, but we'll get this match started. We'll go to round one. Round will work like this. I'll read 10 questions with various geek categories. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. Write down your answers and say it when called upon. If you have to get all 10 correct, I will read you the bonus question. You get 3 repeats and 1 challenge. Do you guys have any throughout the duration of the match? Do you guys have any questions about round one?
Yeah, my question is, why is Castner denying that he finds this coat just sexy as hell?
I never denied that, and it's especially true as I take this match from the American Beauty bedroom, is what I call this.
That's hot.
All right. You ready for round one? Question one is in Middle Earth. New question. Who kills Bolg in the Battle of the Five Armies? Or in The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies?
Will gets a color I don't use very often. He gets a purple.
Purple? Was it for Easter? It's, I guess what's still
no, I
just Easter.
My wife got me like a 50 or 60 pack of these.
No, nice.
There's just not very many purples. Plus, they represent a football team I despise.
The Ravens, pens down.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with Will.
I'm pretty sure this is wrong. I said Thorin.
And Robert.
Legolas?
Legolas is correct.
Okay. Thought of the wrong character.
Question 2 is in Mixed Bag. In 2004's Hellboy, what type of rotten food does Abe Sapien love?
Uh, hmm. Anthony will be very disappointed in me, but that's fine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Robert.
Don't remember. I just said fish.
And Will.
Eggs.
Eggs is correct.
That makes
We're
more
tying
sense.
it up. Question 3 is in video game movies. Video game movies. Who plays Santiago Moncada, a ruthless treasure hunter and the descendant of the Moncada family in Uncharted?
Did you know this is like Tom Holland's last movie?
Uncharted?
Yeah. What? Well, that. Yeah, No Way Home. That basically Uncharted. It's weird. He hasn't made a movie that's come out in like 3 years.
I mean, after this movie, does he want to make another movie?
Well,
Isn't he
it's true.
Isn't he in Odyssey? 5.
Yeah,
he's
gonna
gonna be in the
Odyssey and
Odyssey.
Spider-Man. But I mean, he hasn't had a movie come out in like 4 years. It's nuts.
Well, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. We'll start with Will
Antonio Banderas.
and Robert.
He's the 13th Warrior, Antonio Banderas.
Both correct.
Yeah, much better
Yeah,
film.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah.
So I've heard.
Question 4 is in Marvel. In Tim Story's Fantastic Four movies, what phrase does Johnny use when he lights himself on fire and flies?
I like these movies. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I don't hate them. I don't hate them.
I
Yeah.
would go
I might
5.
watch
I would go 5 better than Silver Surfer,
4,
but
3,
I like them.
2, 1. We'll start with Robert
The Flame On.
and Will.
Flame on, flame off, the flamer.
Is correct. Next question. Question 5. DCEU. In Batman v Superman, what sport is Clark supposed to write a story about, but instead writes about Batman?
No, what's funny is my high school is going to Ireland to play a game in this sport.
High school on an island? 5, 4.
Yeah. No, we didn't go.
Repeat.
I mean, like a weird.
That's Will's first repeat. In the category of the DCEU, in Batman v Superman, what sport is Clark supposed to write about? Sorry, in Batman v Superman, what sport is Clark supposed to write a story about, but instead writes about Batman? Huh.
I had an answer, and then Robert kept talking.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. This year, I guess I can't really give the answer. We'll go after this. 5, 4.
Shit, I was
3,
probably right the first time. Damn
2,
it.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Will
I erased football for soccer.
and Robert.
Football.
Football is
Motherfucker.
correct. Yeah. Question 6 is in Star Wars. In Return of the Jedi, on what part of his body is Luke shot while on Jabba's barge? Wait, I didn't. Is your like high school big? Because I didn't realize like high schools like traveled over seas.
No, it's a small boarding school.
Are they playing a Ireland team, or are they another American team?
Like another American team.
That sounds like a lot of money. Just
Why the hell are you going to Ireland for that shit?
probably just too much money and need to spend it on something. I'm guessing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Robert
His hand.
God damn it.
and Will.
I said arm.
Hand is correct. Robert taking a 5-3 lead. Going into
Big
question
shock.
7, which is in monster movies. Monster movies.
Okay.
What specifically does Ripley give to Newt when she meets her in Aliens? And I'll say what food/drink item. I'll go that way. So, and what food/drink item specifically does Ripley give to Newt when she meets her in Aliens? Of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Will
I just said a sandwich.
and Robert.
Instead of candy bar.
Both are incorrect. Looking for hot chocolate. Hot chocolate.
That's
Okay.
Hot chocolate. Question 8 is in the MCU. In Thor: The Dark World, what is the name of the leader of the Dark Elves? Count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert
Malika.
Yep, that's it.
and Will.
I couldn't pull it.
All right. Go to question number 9, which is in Star Trek. Star Trek. What position does Beverly Crusher hold in the Next Generation series? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Will
I said medical officer.
and Robert.
Chief medical officer.
It technically is chief medical officer.
Yeah, I give it to him.
Okay, I'll give you the
Okay.
point. Yeah, we'll give both people the point. Okay, thank you, because I hate doing that.
It's like,
Yeah, I know, but you know how people get in this league, or league sometimes.
I mean,
so,
there's no other medical officer on the
Yeah.
goddamn ship. So,
all right. So, going into the last question is DC. In Superman the movie, what is the name of Zod's female soldier? Count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert
Didn't remember. I said the first time.
and Will.
I mean, she was a space Karen, so I wrote that down.
But Ursa is correct.
God damn it.
So at the end of round 1, I have Robert in the lead, 8-4. 8-4.
Big shock.
Go to round 2, which is the wheel round. Each competitor will get a spin at the wheel. For various key categories, each category has 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. However, you can check down the multiple choice, which will devalue it to 1. Today's categories are video game movies, Star Trek, Mixed Bag, MCU, Spinner's Choice, Wizarding World, DCEU, Marvel, Monster Movies, and Opponent's Choice. Robert, you are in the lead. Do you want to spin first or second?
Second.
Second. All right. So, Will, here is your spin. Again, if you don't like your first one, you can get a mulligan. It's opponent's choice. On the Wizarding World. You want to keep Wizarding World or spin again?
At this point, I better keep it.
Okay.
Also, this is like the 4th time I've gotten fucking Wizarding World.
Yeah, I feel like you get that a lot.
Let's hope it doesn't fuck me this time. Okay.
First question in the Wizarding World. In which Wizarding World film do we see someone order giggle water?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Theseus Scamander in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald?
Fuck. Multiple choice.
Right, multiple choice. Is it A, Jamie Bauer, B, Colin Turner, C, William Nadlam, or D, Kevin Guthrie?
Repeat those options, please.
Is it A, Jamie Bauer, B, Callum Turner, C, William Nadlam, or D, Kevin Guthrie?
None of these names sound familiar except for the first one. I know it's not the first one. I'm going to say C like Charlie.
C, William Nadlam is incorrect. Robert for the 1 point steal. Who plays Theseus Scamander in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald? Is it A, Jamie Bauer, B, Callum Turner, C, William Nadlam, or D, Kevin Guthrie?
Callum Turner.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay. Fuck.
Question question 3. In The Half-Blood Prince, what type of magazine does Dumbledore take from the Muggle house Slughorn was in at the start of the film?
Oh, Jesus. Let's reduce the steal. Let's go multiple.
Multiple. Is it A, a boating magazine, B, a fishing magazine, C, an art magazine, or D, a knitting magazine?
Not even remotely sure. A knitting magazine?
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Likes the patterns, Will.
Question number 4. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, what is the name of the transportation for stranded witches or wizards?
The night bus?
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
And your final question. In the Chamber of Secrets, Hagrid says that what is ruining the school's cabbage?
Oh, hell. Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, fleshing slugs, B, rabbits, C, Cornish pixies, or D, thestrals?
I'm going to say A, the flesh-eating
That is correct.
slugs.
That is correct for 1 point.
Oh, good. No knockout. Yay.
So after Will spin, gets 6 points, bringing the score up to 10. And Robert, getting the 1 point steal, has 9. And we'll go to Robert's spin at the wheel. Robert, here's your spin. Lands on Marvel. You want to keep Marvel or spin again?
To avoid some of the other shit on this wheel, I'm going to take Marvel.
Okay. First question in Marvel. In which Marvel film do we see the villain kill his best friend because he thinks he's having an affair with his wife?
Punisher.
That's correct for 2 points. Question 2. Who plays Hamish Mycroft / Merlin in the Kingsman: The Secret Service?
Mark Strong.
That's correct for 2 points. Question 3. What is the name of the water-based fallen angel in Ghost Rider?
Oh man. Yeah. Multiple.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Wallow, B, Abigor, C, Gristle, or D, Blackheart?
B. Big boy.
B is incorrect. Abigor is incorrect. Will for the 1 point steal. What is the name of the water-based fallen angel in Ghost Rider? Is it A, Wallow, B, Abigor, C, Gristle, or D, Blackheart?
A like apple.
A is correct for 1 point steal. Wallow.
Forgot it was that stupid.
Fourth question in Marvel: in X-Men First Class, when a young Eric goes into Klaus's office, what is the first thing Klaus offers him?
God. Multiple.
Multiple choice. Is it A, water, B, chocolate, C, a sandwich, or D, cheese?
I'll say chocolate.
That's correct for 1 point. And your final question. In Craven the Hunter, which family member shows Calypso how to read tarot cards at the start of the film?
The grandmother.
That is correct for 2 points. So,
Glad to know I watched that film for nothing. Again,
so Robert
a second
picking up
time.
7 points, brings the score up to 16. And Will getting the 1 point steal brings us up to 11.
At least I hit double digits.
And you can't lose points in this one, in this league anyway. So, round 3 works like this. Each competitor will give me 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 10. First one's worth 2. Second is worth 3. First one's worth 2 points. Second is worth 3 points. Third is worth 5 points. We'll keep going to someone is mathematically eliminated. Robert, since you're in the league, can you give me numbers 1 through 10? What?
We've shortened the bench. Interesting. I'm talking.
Oh, okay. Sorry. 6.
8.
8. 4. Okay. 6, 8, and 4. All right. Will, can you give me your numbers 1 through 10 other than 6, 8, and 4?
This will probably be my downfall even further. I'm going to say 10, 9, and 2.
10, 9, and 2. All right. So, Will, you have to hit some combination of 5 points. You pick number 10 for your 2-pointer.
Mm-hmm.
Corresponds to Star Wars. Star Wars. And your question.
Okay.
Anthony Daniels, Mark Hamill, and Laura Dern all appear in which Star Wars film?
Come on. The Last Jedi.
That's correct for 2 points. You picked number 9 for your 3-pointer,
Mm-hmm.
which corresponds to Star Trek. Star Trek.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
And your question: who plays Amanda Grayson, Spock's mother, in Star Trek 09?
Oh, thank God, it's one I know. Winona Ryder.
That is correct. 3 points. Yeah, 3 points. 16, tying up Robert. And you pick. So now back over to Robert. You picked number 6, which corresponds to monster movies. Monster movies. And for 2 points. Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, and Dan Stevens all appear in which monster movie?
So I always thought it was called Godzilla times Kong because there's an X in it, but it's Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
That is correct. 2 points.
I prefer Godzilla times Kong.
I never really knew what it was. I didn't know if it was Godzilla Kong New Empire or Godzilla X Kong or whatever they wanted to. All right, so we will go back to Will, who picked number 2, and for his 5-pointer, has to hit it to push it back to Robert. And remember, Will, you have 2 repeats left. You picked number 2, which corresponds to the MCU. The MCU.
This can go one of 2 ways.
In Black Panther, when the museum director is showing Killmonger the artifacts, he tells her that the third item is from Wakanda and made from Black Panther, when the museum director is showing Killmonger the artifacts, he tells her that the third item is from Wakanda and made from vibranium, but was taken from Benin by whom?
Was taken by something by whom?
From Benin, Benin. It's a culture, the Benin culture.
Okay.
By whom?
I hate to make you read all of that again, but I'm going to use one repeat.
That's fine. It's my fault for having a long question. Your second repeat for 5 points in the MCU. In Black Panther, when the museum director is showing Killmonger the artifacts, he tells her that the third item is from Wakanda and made from vibranium, but was taken from Benin by whom? And that's Benin by who?
I'm probably going to get the terminology wrong. And if that's the case, good job, Robert. I'm going to say white slave traders.
And your winner just and your winner,
technical.
Robert. Yeah, by Robert. Technically, British soldiers.
Hmm.
All right, so I'm
going to. I have the challenge. I'm going to use it. I'm going to say that technically my answer is correct historically speaking, because the white slave traders white slave traders were actually part of the the British soldier system.
okay. So you're saying that okay, we'll be back from the challenge. I think unfortunately we're gonna have to can't accept Will's challenge. I think the question was just we need the British soldiers part of it, and I think just the white slave traders was just too broad and just not really ask what the question was. So winning the match is Robert 18-16. We'll go to closing interviews. We'll go to today's unfortunate second place finisher, Will. I mean, came out round 1, 4 points. Fought back with Wizarding World. Got a steal in Marvel. Hit your 2 and 3, and then again 5-pointer. Kind of hit around the question. Unsuccessful challenge. But how you feeling about today's match?
I don't know. Whenever I go up against these players that either I've faced before in other leagues, or in the case of both Robert and Kaiser, players that have actually taught me how to play this game and like coached me on how to play this game. This just never seems to go my way. Everything looking back at it, I'm pretty sure the only reason why I beat Kaiser the first time was because he decided to fuck around and choose a category he thought would be fun, not the one he was going to be good at, and wound up beating him on the ass, and I won. I think the last time we played, I think that's more akin to what his skill set is, and he wound up, I believe he even TKO'd me in that match, which not surprising. So the fact that I was able to keep this one competitive, I guess, is a credit to me. But man, changing one answer to an incorrect answer, do that all the time. Wish I didn't do that. Yeah, and there's just I probably should have known the Malekith question, didn't, but I haven't. It's also been several years since I've done a full MCU watch as well.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm due for it since I missed 2 MCU questions that I probably should have hit. But this should take nothing away from Robert's performance. Robert is always good. Robert's actually sick, and it makes me think that's the secret to success in this is just playing hurt, just playing sick. But every single time I do that, I play worse. So I don't know why the fuck these guys play better when they're sick. It's insane. But this is the kind of record I was anticipating having. So winning 3 in a row, I was shocked when that happened the first time around. So I think this puts me right in the range of, I guess, other mid people, and I guess that means I can mount a comeback, or I can just fuck up worse. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think you're being a little too hard on yourself. I mean, I think you've been competitive in I think all your matches. I don't think the Kaiser one was a TKO. I think again he had to answer some questions in round 3.
I don't remember that,
Maybe
but
not.
maybe.
But I mean, you beat him once. I mean, it was a rubber match. But anyway, I mean, Robert's always at the top of the records.
Well, that's the thing that sucks. I used to be. No, I'm not.
Maybe I think usually Robert either doesn't have to answer one in round 3 or yeah. So I mean, making him answer a couple questions in round 3, especially when you're down by a lot in round 1, fighting back. I think that's something to really commend for, because a lot of people would just kind of fold. And so I do think you're one of the top competitors in this league, and so you'll get back up to those upper rankings soon.
So I know what the next question you're going to ask.
Yeah.
Okay. So, fun fact.
Yes.
Out of the 6 matches that I have asked, that I have won,
mm-hmm.
you have now granted 3 of my requests.
Yes.
Actually, well, technically, you've only granted 2 of them.
Yeah.
Because the first time I asked for Kaiser, and that was my very next match.
Yes.
The second time I asked for Robert.
Yes.
I think I've asked for him. Maybe I've asked for him twice.
I think you asked for him twice, but it just didn't work out the first
right.
time. I think after, yeah.
So this was definitely on me. for asking for this in the first fucking place. So there's one other person that I've asked for, and I'm going to ask for him again.
Okay.
Because I think it would, I think it would be fairly competitive. I think it would be a lot of fun because, let's be honest, I love playing this guy and I love torturing the shit out of him. I want Chadwick Webb.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like that. Yeah.
Chadwick and I are friends, and he dreads me as a competitor. And I can't wait to hear him talk about how much he dreads me as a competitor. So I kind of and plus, we both like Wizarding World, so one of us has got to take it, right?
Yeah, that's true. Or neither of you will spin on it. Would probably be the.
Yeah. Okay, Jay, say that to my face. Come on, bring him in.
Oh gosh. Okay. What are we?
Say it to my face.
You're on mute.
Unmute yourself. Say it to my face.
Jeez.
Well, fuck you too, buddy.
What does that mean? You want to play me?
My challenges are better than yours. You just mad my challenges are better than yours.
Okay. Well, we're not going to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I think he wants, and I think he's saying he wants to play me. I don't know why. Oh, he wants to knock out. That's why.
I just got over being sick too. So I'll prove to you that it doesn't take somebody being sick to beat you. They just have to be better than you. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, he just wants to take a paddle to my ass. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, that was okay, whatever, yeah. All right. But yeah, no, I think that back to you. I think you and Chad would be a fun match.
I think we're evenly record, so
yeah, I think he's right around bouncing around that 500 record too. So yeah, I'd like that match. I'll set that up next time.
Sounds good.
But, yeah, great match. It's kind of all I have for you, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
And we'll go to today's winner, Robert. Did really well in round 1, 8 points. Got a steal in Wizarding World. Did really well in Marvel. It's gonna be a little bit of a difficult category. Then you hit your 2-pointer in monster movies, which is what it is. It's monster movies. How are you feeling about today's match? I guess this is the second time you've played sick too, so you need to start telling me when you're sick if you don't want to play.
Well, it's just because I'm susceptible to getting the flu, and I apologize for low voice. My daughter's sleeping in the other room, so
yeah.
Apologize about that. This, it's nice to get out to a good lead in round 1. That helps. When Will got Wizarding World, I was listening to these questions. I was like, should have went first. I know how this goes. But yeah, there's a couple things because they don't cross over to other stuff I train on that I never want. So if anything comes up that is, I'll just figure I'll take it because it's, path of least resistance. And yeah, I didn't say anything during the challenge. I would have been off-ish. I think the British part was the part that was the most important of anything.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I think you need a British, because especially the 5-pointer. But I was gonna let Will do his thing. So I was happy that didn't work out for him. Because gets real dicey. He hits the 5. I gotta hit a 3 to tie, and then 5s have not been kind to me in this league. So yeah, it was a good match. I miss Hellboy questions all the time. I like Hellboy. I just miss the question. And then you said like food or beverage, but I gravitated towards food for aliens.
Yeah.
I don't like. I remember hot chocolate when you said it. Like, that's it. And then
initially it was supposed to just be food, and I was like, then just hot chocolate counters for food, and then beverage, and then yeah.
And then I don't remember I remember Blackheart and Legion from Ghost Rider. I don't fuck with the other.
The other two, yeah.
I don't care about them. So the questions I missed were to be expected. So I'm happy with how I played. And I'm sick, but I don't feel awful. I just have the flu. It's just in me. And I'm in a different space because I'm trying to stay away from people. So that's it. So I'm sick, but not bad.
True. Anyway, this puts you at 8-4. Is there anyone you kind of want to play next?
I mean, I don't want to I don't want to challenge the people that have beat me already. Like I would like to beat Tyler, but Tyler's on like a plane of existence I can't fathom right now. So I don't know. Antonio again. I like playing Antonio. It's fun.
Yeah.
Pretty evenly
Antonio?
matched.
Yeah, I think
I don't know what his record is. I'm probably in the Tyler J.
Sure.
range.
I mean, Antonio's
Right.
if he's still playing, he took a break last year, and then I don't know if he's
playing.
I don't know if
Alright,
he's officially playing, but I could ask if he wants to play, or you can ask if he wants, and then you can
Who
tell
is
me.
right below? Who's right below Joe? I guess
Right below Joe. It's like
like Tyler and
Tyler, Ryan, Kaiser, you.
if you want to do the Kaiser match, that'd be fine. I'd be fine with that. He would probably hate it, but I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, that's fine.
All right. See. All right. Well, great match. That's kind of all I have for you. We'll see you next time. Hope you feel better from the flu.
Hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate. All right. Great match as we thought it would be. We see Robert getting the win 18-16. Yeah, Robert getting the win 18-16 over Will. We will see you guys next time.